Hey, what's up, you guys? I haven't made a video in a while because I've been going through life. I had some medical issues that I've had to um, take care of. That was very important. As you can see, I've lost weight, also due to medical um, medical issue. I am healthy. I am happy. Um, Things are starting to look up. I will be making more videos. As you can see, I'm in a new place. Um, Me and my husband, we were homeless for a while, and now we're not. We have our own place again, and we're working on getting furniture and stuff. And right now, I'm in the process of working. Well, not working yet, but I'm in the process of getting a job. Um, it's a former job that I've had before, so I'm just going through the process of everything like you have to do with every job. Um, yeah, my hair is cut. It wasn't cut by choice. Um, I dyed my hair red. I missed my red hair. Love my red hair. Got so many compliments with my red hair. And I waited about 2 or 3 days. And I put a texturizer in it and my hair fell out. I should have waited 2 weeks, but I was so excited to put the texturizer in, so I put it in and my hair fell out. As you can see right here, it's still a little patchy, but it's not bad. It's actually growing back in. It hit my sides real hard right here. As you can see right here, I'm missing some hair right here too. But it's slowly, there's hair there. It's just little small stubs, but um, my hair is slowly coming back in. And since I shaved my head, I had my husband to shave my head. I had a full meltdown. Full meltdown when I took my head from underneath the sink and saw my hair gone on this side and gone on this side. The back was, I don't think the back was hit pretty bad with it, but I think the back was, I don't know. But yeah, that's why I have a short haircut. Everybody told me I look good with a bald head. This is not my first time having a bald head. I've shaved all my hair off before. Actually about 2 or 3 times before this one. So this is probably my fourth time shaving my hair. I just wanted to make a video and talk to you guys and let you guys know what's going on, what I've been up to, and everything that I'm going through right now. So this is going to be a little emotional video because I'm still going through some things right now, which I am about to explain to you guys. So towards the end of April, I found out where my father was, my biological father. I've been looking for him for years, didn't know where he was. I found out towards the end of April, I found out where he was. I start calling, talking to my dad every chance I got. We'll FaceTime and I'll say hi. My dad wasn't a big phone person, and that was fine. Just as long as he know that I know where he's at, I knew where he was at, and that I loved him, and that I was gonna come to see him. I don't live back home no more. I'm in a total different state, so that's why I would FaceTime him and talk to him. And so I would FaceTime him and talk to him. And I found out my dad was living with a friend of the family, and she was taking care of my dad. No problem with that. Um, so I would FaceTime him, talk to him just about every day. And then she had let me know my dad wasn't feeling good and she was worried about him. And my dad wasn't eating. My dad was 71. He's 72 now. So she took him to the hospital. My dad was dehydrated. My dad wasn't feeling great. So while he was in the hospital, they were trying to figure out what was wrong with my dad. My dad wasn't eating, wasn't really drinking, but there was one thing that my dad would drink, and that was his coffee, his black coffee. So she let me know, and but let me back it up just a little bit. Before my dad went into the hospital, I had my dad to meet my husband over FaceTime. And it was the most funniest thing because my dad couldn't believe his baby girl was married. And as you know, I am a daddy's girl. I love my dad. My dad is my everything. I love my mom. My mom's my everything. But I was a daddy's little girl. So he met my husband. My dad was like, what? He couldn't believe it. And it was just funny just to see his reaction. And he just said, ugh, okay. That was his reaction to it. So when she let me know, the friend of the family let me know that my dad was in the hospital, she said he's not eating. And she said, and I'm worried about that. She said, I think you guys need to come down to see him. Well, my husband was working. I wasn't working at the time. And we didn't have the money to fly down there like that. Her son and daughter put money together, and I appreciate them for this. And put money together to fly me and my husband down to back home, so I can see my dad, and so my dad can meet my husband. We were able to come up with $200 for our hotel because we were only staying for 2 nights. We flew out on a Saturday morning, early Saturday morning. Flight left at, I believe it left at 6. No, 5, either 5 or 6, I can't remember. I still have my ticket stubs from that trip, and we'll continue to, and we'll keep them. Our flight left early in the morning. We got to California at 9. It was like 9 something. It was actually early. Our flight was supposed to get there at 9:30. I believe we got there like at 9:11, 9:10 in the morning. And so we flew out to California, went to the family, her son and her came and picked me and my husband up from the airport. We all went to breakfast with my brother and my nephew. And then her daughter came with her son, and I got to meet them. And then after that, we went and saw my dad in the hospital. I spent about, I want to say, probably like 3 or 4 hours at the hospital with my dad. And I cried like a baby because I was so happy to see my dad. I hugged my dad, gave my dad a kiss, just told him how much I loved him. And we talked and everything. I asked how was he feeling. My dad would not tell you. He would not say if he was in pain, if he didn't feel good. He said, I'm fine, I'll be okay, I'm fine. And I broke down. I sat behind my dad. He had his back towards me. He was laying on his side. And I broke down because I just wanted my dad to get better. And I didn't like seeing my dad not feeling good. It hurt me. And seeing my dad in the hospital, not feeling good, not really talking, it hurt me. I never wanted to see my dad like that. My dad was always like, he always loved to talk and everything. He's a good man, good man. My dad heard me crying. And my dad, even though he was laying on his side, he couldn't see me. He's like, "Are you crying?" And I'm sorry, baby. I just don't like seeing you not feel good. He's like, "I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna beat this." And so I got myself together and sat there and talked to my dad some more and introduced my husband to him, and he still was like, "Oh." But him and my husband got to talk. So yeah, my dad was like, "I'm cold," so I covered my dad up with his cover, fixed his gown, and just held his hand. I just stood there and just held my dad's hand and just talked to him and just told him how much I loved him. And while I was standing there holding my dad's hand, just talking to him, they brought my dad his food. And my dad was like, "What's that? What they bring?" So my brother was standing there, and I lifted the lid off his food, and that food looked horrible. It looked like they gave him straight dog food. The food was horrible. And my dad looked, he said, and he's like, "I ain't eating that shit." And all we could do was laugh because that's my dad. So we talked some more. My husband talked to him for a little bit more. We just joked around and laughed and talked to my dad. And just seeing my dad's face light up when he saw me, it just touched me. It meant a lot to me. They said my dad had dementia, but my dad didn't have dementia. Because I looked into, they said he had alcohol dementia. My dad didn't have alcoholic dementia. He more than likely did at one point, but by my dad cutting back or cutting out his alcohol, drinking alcohol and smoking cigarettes and stuff, my dad, it's reversible. It is reversible. And he reversed it. So he remembered me. He remembered my brother. There's some things he might not remember. My dad, he was 71, so of course he's not gonna remember something. But my dad didn't have dementia, but you know how it is. They want to automatically, he has dementia. But so we were there. Even before we went to visit, we were trying to figure out what was going on with my dad. Talked to the doctors. I gave them the okay to go ahead and run some tests to find out what's going on, what's wrong with with my dad. My dad had a mass in his throat, which was pressing against his throat, which made it uncomfortable for him to eat, and sometimes and also to drink. But my dad also, he ate some stuff while I was there. My friend of the family, she brought my dad some fish. He wanted some fish, so she brought it. He ate it. He ate some of it while we were there, and the nurses warmed it up. The nurses, he did have a couple of good nurses there. I am angry with North Bay Hospital in Fairfield, California, because they threw away my dad's clothes after he was admitted into the hospital. I don't know what caused them to want to throw away my dad's clothes. My dad was a very clean person. There was nothing wrong with his clothes, but they threw away his clothes, and I'm not happy about that. But anyway, my dad, he ate a little bit while we was there. My dad had some shrimp and grits, and when I went to go see my dad the next day, because we got there on a Saturday, and that's when I went there with my brother and stuff. And so Sunday morning I woke up and I didn't want to leave him Saturday, but I had to go check into the hotel. We didn't have a ride. We didn't have money to take a Lyft or Uber, so I had to do what I had to do. So we went to the hotel, and I felt bad, and I told my husband I felt bad leaving him. I wish I could just stay in the hospital in the room with him. But that next day I woke up. I didn't sleep that well, but I woke up the next day and I was just like, I have to go see my dad. I cannot see my dad one day and then leave that Monday and not see him. No, I can't. So my husband was like, okay, I'm gonna see if I can find a ride for us. I said, okay. My husband called around. He got a ride for us. My husband's his dad ended up coming, picking us up after he, handled his business, because his father was out handling his business and running errands and stuff. So once he, got done running his errands and everything, he came, he picked us up, and he took me to go see my dad. I didn't stay long on that Sunday because I could tell my dad was tired and he didn't really want to be bothered. So, but I did go see my dad. Me and my husband went and we talked. We brought him fruit and some stuff, and he loved the fruit and he ate the fruit. And we talked and everything, and we laughed. My husband and my dad talked, laughed and everything. And my dad looked at my husband and me and he said, "I love you." So when he told my husband that he loved him, that touched my heart, because my dad does not he does not say I love you just randomly. And he told us that he loved us both, but he also told my husband that he loved him. And that just touched me, because my dad, like I said, my dad does not randomly just tell people he loves them. No, that's not how he is. So we talked some more and stuff, and when my dad was laying there, I grabbed my dad's hand and I told my dad that I love him very much. And I told him he's the best father in the world. I wouldn't trade him in for anything. And I told him that he's the world's best father. And my dad looked at me and was shocked, and he was about to cry, and he said, "Really?" I said, "Yes, Dad, you are the world's best dad, and I couldn't ask for anyone better than you." And just seeing my dad was about to cry and was about to make me cry, and I started crying. And so I told him I loved him, and I told him I'd be back. Me and my husband, we planned to come back to California, to go back to California for my birthday. There's one thing in common that me and my dad shared, and I think that's why I love my dad so much, is that me and my dad have the same birthday. I was born on my dad's birthday. Also, my dad's a twin, so I was born on my dad and my aunt's birthday. They both were born on June 11th, 1952. I was born June 11th, 1985. I love my dad more than anything in this world. And so I was going to come back. I had ordered stuff. Once I got the money too, I ordered stuff for my dad's birthday. And so I was waiting for them to come in. I was so excited. So excited. to go back out to see my dad and spend our birthday together. We flew back home that Monday morning, and it just like it all hit me because I started missing my dad already. And so I went and just went around with my normal day. Every day I started messaging my dad. Well, not messaging, actually to call to check on him and everything. At the hospital, there was times he didn't feel like talking, which was fine with me. Which was fine. He didn't answer his hospital phone. That was fine. That was okay. I understand. That's just how my dad is. So after let me back it up a little bit. After the doctor came in while me and my brother was there that day and talked to us about what was going on with my dad. My dad didn't have a bowel movement, and he didn't want them to do anything else to him, which we was like, we're not gonna make him do. Me and my brother decided like, hey, if he doesn't want to do nothing else, we're not gonna make him do nothing else. So my dad was put on hospice. My dad was put on hospice that same week that I went home. That Monday, I want to say that Thursday or Friday, my dad went home. He went back home to hospice. They did not send him back home until they got his hospice bed and everything was delivered. So he went home that day. Like I said, that day, that's when that family friend found out that they threw away my dad's clothes, which North Bay, Fairfield, California, I don't understand why y'all threw away my dad's clothes. There was no need for that. Anyways, so my dad went home. The friend of the family, she would make, videos and we'll call and check on him and everything. And I start making videos back, telling my dad I love him. I want him to feel better. I asked him just try to eat a little bit more if he can. Then after he went home on hospice, because the doctor, sorry if you see this little lump right here, I have on a heart monitor, because don't mind that, that's just the glue. It just been traveling up off my skin like that. But I have a heart monitor on right now, because I had an issue with blacking out and not knowing why. So my doctor is making sure it has nothing to do with my heart. So I have a heart monitor on, a Zigo heart monitor on. So that actually, I get to take that off Monday. I tend to forget that I have it on, and my husband, he'll hug me and stuff, and he'll press into me. I'm like, But anyway, so me and my dad made videos. She made videos. My dad waving high and staying high and everything. And I made videos for my dad. So on May 24th, it was around about, I want to say 10 o'clock my time, because where I live, I'm 2 hours ahead of California. And I received a text from a family friend. That morning I received a video of my dad saying hi and everything and waving hi. But at 10 p.m. that same day, I received the text saying that my dad passed away. That was the most hardest thing. That is the most hardest thing to ever read. Because I didn't expect my dad was going to pass away. I just knew my dad was going to be missed. While my dad was on hospice, because the doctors at the hospital wouldn't tell us what was going on. They wouldn't tell us about my dad's biopsy of his throat. The hospice doctor told us that my dad had throat cancer. That's how we found out, was through hospice. Every time he would call to find out the results about my dad's biopsy of his throat, oh, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time to get the results back. Y'all need to stop doing that. Y'all need to stop doing that because families need to know. They need to know so they can figure out what their next step is going to be. My dad passed away May 24th. And it hit me very hard because I just wanted more time with my dad. And because we were going to spend our birthdays together. I am in the grieving process right now. And it's hard. It is so hard. Because I just found my dad and now my dad's gone again. I have my dad's ashes. Me and my brother already had talked about it. And we had our dad cremated. The family friend, she cremated our dad for us. And she split his ashes. I have half of his ashes. My brother has the other half of his ashes. And she also had these necklaces done for us, for me and my brother. I'm gonna have one done for my husband because my husband, he asked me. He had told me that he wanted one done and I didn't know when we were doing the process of having my dad cremated. But, I'm in the grieving process right now and it's so unreal. I have missed my dad very much. I miss him terribly. And since I received his ashes, I've been getting blessings, and I know that they're from my dad. My blessings are from my dad. But before then, on our birthday, I did celebrate our birthday. I had memorial shirts made of my dad, and I wore them. I wore my memorial shirt for my dad's birthday, and the friend of the family, she sent me some of my dad's clothes because I asked for a shirt that my dad had. One of my dad's favorite shirts. And she sent me a lot of his favorite shirts, and I wore his favorite shirt. This shirt right now is one of my dad's shirts. I can fit my dad's shirts. I can fit his clothes. And right here next to me, this is my dad's favorite hoodie. I wear this hoodie when it's cold because it's my dad's. I also, when I lay down, this hoodie is right next to me. I sleep with it next to me. I hold it and I sleep with it. It makes me feel close to my dad. I miss him so much. And then also I have my necklace with his ashes in here. And then I have his ashes up front in the living room with his pictures. And I put next to his pictures, with his pictures, I also have his birthday gifts next to him that I got him for his birthday. I miss him. I miss my dad. I knew my dad was sick. I knew eventually he would pass away because he was so sick, but I was hoping we got to spend our birthday together before then. I know my dad's looking down on me and is smiling down on me. I love him so much. But now my dad's with his brother who passed away last year. He's with his mom. And I believe his dad is up there in heaven. He's there with his sister. And he's up there with his grandson, which is my son, Xavier. So I'm very blessed to have had a wonderful father. I'm very thankful and blessed to have my friends and family who understands what I'm going through and who already knows what I'm going through and who is helping me maneuver my way through this grieving process and this loss. And I appreciate them very, very much. But like I said, I am very, very happy that I got to see my dad before he passed. I miss him terribly, but I'm very happy I got to see him before he passed and to let him know I never stopped loving him, never stopped looking for him, and that he was the world's best father. I had to just make this video because for the past few days have been rough for me with this grieving process, and so I just felt like I needed to make this video to help me through this process. And yes, I am going to therapy to help me also through this process. I was going to therapy before my dad passed, and I'm continuing therapy to help me through this process. But like I said, I've had a lot of blessings to come since my dad's passing, and I know they're from my dad and from the Lord above. Me and my husband are good-hearted people, and we're just so blessed to be here in our own place again. It's empty. We don't have nothing, but it's okay. Just blessed to be here. But I will be making more videos, and I'll talk to you guys later. Just wanted to let you guys know what I've been going through and everything. So thank you for listening. Please, please come back, watch more videos. I promise I'm gonna start uploading more videos. I promise you I will. But like, comment, subscribe, or follow. Love you guys, and thank you.